Every Saturday, an AI voice will read out a also AI generated story. I know, crazy, an AI plus an AI, but I promise you, I have reviewed the stories. We will have an intermission, say halfway through. The story will start playing as soon as I press as soon as I change slides.
The late October night in 1989 clung to the small town of Havenwood like a damp shroud. Rain lashed against the windows of Sarah's attic apartment, each gust of wind rattling the old panes. On her small, flickering television, the tail end of a late-night movie sputtered to a close, replaced by the familiar blue static of the off-air signal. Sarah, a senior at Havenwood High, was engrossed in a copy of Frankenstein for her English class, the gothic prose a comforting contrast to the storm outside. Suddenly, the static fractured. A high-pitched whine pierced the room, making Sarah wince and clap her hands over her ears. The blue screen dissolved into a stark, pulsating red. A distorted voice, crackling with interference, filled the small space. This is an emergency broadcast. Repeat, this is an emergency broadcast. Sarah's heart began to pound. Emergency broadcasts were rare, almost unheard of in their quiet corner of the world. She leaned closer to the television, her apprehension growing with each garbled word. The voice returned, clearer this time, though still laced with an unsettling tremor. An unidentified entity has been detected within a 50-mile radius of your location. This entity emits a distinct auditory signature, a high-pitched shriek, often described as inhuman. If you hear this shriek emanating from your front door, or any entrance to your dwelling, do not investigate. Do not open the door. Hide immediately. Secure all windows and doors. Remain hidden until an all-clear signal is broadcast. Repeat, if you hear the shriek at your door, hide immediately. This is not a drill. The red screen flickered and died, replaced once again by the benign blue static. Sarah stared at the television, her blood running cold. An unidentified entity? An inhuman shriek? Hide immediately. Dismissing it as some elaborate Halloween prank or a technical malfunction, she tried to return to her book. But the unsettling message had burrowed its way into her thoughts, a seed of fear taking root. The wind seemed to howl with a new intensity, each creak of the old house amplified in the sudden silence after the broadcast.
Okay. That means it is intermission time. I don't know why I put this here, to be honest, but whatever. If you need an intermission, pause the video now, as this is the only pausing point recommended in the story. I don't know why I put this here again, considering you can just press K or spacebar and then it pauses the video, but whatever. Next part starts now. If you need to take a break for any reason whatsoever, then pause the video right now, come back, do your thing, yep.
An hour passed, the storm outside showing no signs of abating. Sarah, unable to concentrate on her reading, paced her small apartment. Every gust of wind against the door made her jump. Then, it came. A sound that clawed its way through the storm, a piercing, unearthly shriek that seemed to vibrate in the very marrow of her bones. It was high-pitched, ululating, and undeniably close. Her front door, the only entrance to her isolated attic room, rattled violently. The emergency broadcast's chilling words echoed in her mind. If you hear this shriek emanating from your front door, hide immediately. Terror seized her. This wasn't a prank. This was real. She stumbled backward, her chair scraping against the wooden floor. Her eyes darted around the small room, searching for a place to hide. The shriek came again, closer this time, followed by a series of frantic, scraping sounds against the door. Whatever was out there was trying to get in. Sarah scrambled behind her overturned desk, her breath catching in her throat. The thin wooden door seemed woefully inadequate against whatever monstrous thing was on the other side. The shrieking continued, a relentless assault on her sanity, interspersed with guttural clicks and snarls that defied any earthly origin. She squeezed her eyes shut, pressing her hands against her ears, but the horrifying sounds still penetrated her defenses. She imagined the entity, unseen but terrifyingly present, its inhuman eyes peering through the crack beneath the door. Time stretched into an eternity. The shrieks and scraping continued, then abruptly stopped. A heavy silence descended, more terrifying than the noise. Had it gone? Or was it waiting? Sarah remained hidden, every muscle in her body tense, listening for any sign of the entity. The rain continued to fall, a monotonous rhythm against the backdrop of her fear. The blue static on the television screen seemed to mock her with its normalcy. She didn't know how long she stayed hidden, huddled behind the desk, paralyzed by fear. The emergency broadcast had offered no further information, no all-clear signal. She was alone, trapped in her attic room, with the lingering memory of the shriek and the terrifying uncertainty of what lurked beyond her door.
Pardon me, my mic was shut off for that that was Static in the Shriek. I hope you enjoyed. Again, everything is AI generated. I did none of this. You wanna know what I did? I made the 4 slides. The 4 slides. the 1, 2, 3, 4 slides. That is all I did. The voice is AI generated. The story is AI generated. There is nothing else about this. I did not make this, okay? I'm just putting it on YouTube because I thought it looked cool. This is me editing. There will be a bloopers video. It will probably be a YouTube short though, because it was just the very beginning. I messed up so many lines. It was stupid. Goodbye! See you in the bloopers video if you feel like watching it. Ah!